Hello everybody and welcome to this Flutter video tutorial. In this video we are gonna start is a chat app. We will start this chat app from scratch. So before I gonna jump to the code and start the chat app, so if you are new in this channel, please subscribe our channel to not lose other videos. So first of all, let's create. So I'm gonna create this chat app from scratch. This is my Android Studio open, and I'm gonna click next here, and we are gonna name it chat app, and the location, description, and we are coming to the organization. Organization is our domain reversed. There is the name of our company and the extension, which is com. So we are gonna give it HS Studio, and that is it. Click finish to create our project. Okay, invalid name because we cannot put space on our project name, and click finish. As you can see, the project has been created. So what we are gonna do in this video, so before doing anything else, let's connect our chat app to the Firebase database. So let's go to the website Firebase, and you can open the Firebase console. In the console, you can click add project on this plus icon to create a new project inside Firebase. So let's start with the name for the project. Enter your project name. Our project name is chat app. We can name it chat app, and let's click continue. In here is Google Analytics for the Firebase project. If you want it, you can enable. If you don't want, you can disable it from here. So for now, I'm gonna turn it off and click on create project. So it's creating project chat app. Let's wait, finishing setup, and now your project is ready. Let's click continue. In here, now our project is created. Here we can see our authentication, Firestore, real-time database, and others. So now get started by adding Firebase to your app. How we can add the Firebase to our app? You can see there is iOS, Android, and web, and also Unity. For now, I'm going to start with the Android one. Let's click on Android. In here, you have to put the package name. Let's go to our app and see our package name and bring it here. Go to inside the Android folder, inside app, source, inside the main folder. Here is something called manifest. You can copy it from the package. Let's copy our package, and don't worry about this error from here, and let's go to our browser and let's paste it here. Com HS Studio, as we created the name of our app, which is chat app. The nickname is optional. You can put anything. If you don't want, you can skip this as well. You can skip this SHA1, it is also optional. And let's go to click register app. Next we have the download config file. There is a JSON file called Google services.json. We can download this file and go into our project, and we will paste it inside our app folder. So let's download this file, and let's go and copy that. I copied the file. Let's close others, and let's right click on our app folder inside our project and paste the file here. Here is the name Google services. Here is one because I downloaded another one also. Let's delete this one from here and click OK. Now you can see that the Google services.json is inside our app. So let's continue our registration on browser. So we did these steps, and let's click to the next. We have to go to project level build Gradle, and we have to paste this. You can click the copy here and copy this line class path, and let's go to this project level build gradle, paste it inside our dependency. Let's go to Android Studio and let's go our build gradle. This is our build gradle and this is the dependency. Let's paste it here, and this class path is also done. Let's continue. And other one, and we can go to all project. Inside the repository we can paste this line of code from here, Google moving repository. So let's go again inside all projects. Inside the repository we have already the Google here. If you don't have, you can paste it here. So we don't need, because we already have that one. And let's go back to our browser. What else we should do? It says that we should go to the app level build gradle this time. We have to add this plugin, Google Services. Copy this one and let's go Android Studio, and this is our app level build gradle, and we are gonna paste it inside. We are gonna paste it here, and let's continue with our browser. So let's copy this line, implement platform Google Firebase, and go to back to the dependency here. We can paste it right there, and let's continue with browser. We already have this plugin Android application. As you can see, it was inside this one, as you can see here. So we don't need this first line. So all these three are done. So let's go next. The 4 steps are done. Now let's continue to console. So now, as you can see, our Android app is registered. We can interact with the Firebase with authentication and Cloud Firestore or any other features if you want to use it. Let's go back inside our app. So now let's run our app. So it's starting. Let's wait for launch. So guys, as you can see, the app already launched, and so we successfully add the Firebase into our app. I hope you learned something from this video about adding Firebase to your project and all the setups. If there is any problem, you can comment it below, and if you like it, please thumbs up, and see you guys in the next video. Hello everybody, and welcome to this Flutter video tutorial. In this Flutter video tutorial, as you know, at the last part number 1, we create a simple project called Chat App and also connect our app to the Firebase. So if you're new in this channel, you can subscribe our channel for not losing other videos. Also, if you don't see the part 1, you can visit part 1 of this chat app also. In today's video, we are going to make a login page and also a registration page for our user, that someone should register themselves and also that can log into the chat app and use it. So as you see that I removed unnecessary codes from the project, and there is a main function and a stateless widget. In the build method, it returns a material app. So now in the main page, we are gonna create initial route and route or route that we can navigate from the login page to the registration page, and also to other pages if we want to go or navigate, and also the design part, which we have a button to sign in and a button to register, and also the text field, which we have to register our email and password, and also for the login the same email and password. So by starting from here, I'm gonna give initial route to sign in page, And also we have something called route for making map of our routing map. By typing inside the body of the route, we can type our sign in page, and colon, it takes a context and what it should return, the sign in page, a comma, and also we can have the sign up page or registration page by duplicating this line and type the sign up page, and also here we can type sign up page. So now we don't have these pages, that's why we have the error. So let's go and create these pages for our login UI and the registration UI. So let's go to the lib folder and right click here, create a directory for the pages, we call it pages, and inside the folder we can create our file, name it, the first one is sign in page dot, and now we have our sign in page. Inside our sign in page we can import our package flutter material dot. In here we are gonna create our sign in page stateful widget stf and call it sign in page, and also we don't need this line. And for now it return a container. We can give this container a colors dot till, and also let's create our second page, which is the sign up page by right clicking on our folder and dot file sign up page dot, and also here we can import our material package, and the same we're gonna create a stateful widget for our sign up page, and also we give a color to this to color.amber to recognize that it's working correctly. So now we have our sign in page and sign up page with nothing inside except a color property to the container. Let's go to our main page and import the library package of a sign in page, and and we have a mistake here, sign in page, and also this one, the sign in page in here also. Let's change this, let's change it to sign up page, and the error for the sign in has gone, and let's import the library, the package we create for the sign up, and now the error has gone from here also. What is this one for? And there is a good way that we can use in our app. We can find our pages by id. So let's go and create this id inside the pages we created. In our sign in page we create a static constant of string id and call it sign in, and now this id of string is available for this page. Now we can access this instead of making the object of that page, we are using a string, and let's change the sign in page to sign in page id, and the same you can do for the sign up with its id. And also let's go to our sign up and paste it here and use the sign up id for our sign up page in the main, and now the error has gone. So let's go create our sign in page first. What we should create inside our sign in page, as we know that we should have a button that we can sign in, another button that we should sign up for the registration, and also we should have text field for the email and also a text view for the password. So we don't need the container anymore. Let's change our container to the center widget, and the center widget don't have color actually. Inside this center widget we can use the column widget that we can put our text field and our button below each other. So let's create a column, child column. Inside the column we have the children. The column also should have the main axis alignment, as we know, main axis alignment dot center, and also we can give it the cross axis alignment, and also cross axis alignment dot stretch. So now we have our column ready to put the child or the children inside. So the first child will be so inside our children. Now we can create our text fields. We have two text fields. One is email and another is the password. So first let's go and create the design for our text field in a separate class that we should use that everywhere. So I'm gonna right click on my lib folder and create a new dot file, call it constant dot dot. So inside this constant we can put our constants to use it for our text field. So I already created the decoration. I'm gonna paste it for you. Here is the decoration. We have a const mText field decoration is equal to input decoration. We have a property of hint text. For now we put enter a value, and the next property we use the content padding edge insets of symmetric which takes the vertical and horizontal. The vertical is padding of 10 and the horizontally is 90 for now. And also another property outline input border. It has a property border radius of all circular of 20, and also we have an enabled border, outline input border, which takes a property called border side. Border side we can give it a color, any color you want. For now it is blue accent and by the width of 1. And also the border radius for this is all sides are circular of 13. Another outline border that when we focus the text field, what happened? The focused border outline input border, it has again two property. We give the property of border side, all side, the color, and we give it the width of 2. It should have a little thickness that we know it is focused now, and also the border radius for them. So now let's go and use our text field and call this further decoration of our text field. So as you can see inside the children, here is our text field. Here is the keyboard type, which we should give it in text input type of email, because we are gonna enter the email, and the alignment should be the center, and on change value of value we give it email here. So let's create this email string inside our class. So one we need for string email and also the string password. Now we have our string email and string password. So now the error has gone from our email. In here we use the decoration for our text field decoration, which we created mText field decoration on our constant. We use a copy with our hint text, and instead of given hint we give our new hint, which is enter your email. So let's import this package also as we created constant. So now the error has gone. Let's create password text field also. Before create our password, let's give a size box here which has a height of, I give it 20.0, and let's create our password here below this sized box. So now this is our text field for the password. We have some properties that a password should have. Obscure text should be true, that no one see our password, what we are typing. And the next one is the alignment, which is the center the same. On change of the value we give it the password which we created above right there. And also for the decoration we give, and we use again the constant, which is mText field decoration, copy with hint of enter your password. Now our text fields are created. Let's go to our buttons and create the buttons for our sign in page. So again, let's create another folder. We should put our component inside. I'm gonna create it, call it component Let's right click on our lib folder and create another folder, call it util or component folder to put our component here. Like I'm gonna create a buttons dot which we are gonna use it for our buttons. Why I'm separating this? Because so we are using the same button everywhere, so that's why I create a separate class that everywhere I need the buttons I can call this class inside and use this button. So let's go create our button. So the same, import the package and a stateless widget stl and name it buttons or anything you want. So let's create our own constructor. So now what our button should have, it should have a color and a title, which is final string title, and also a final function on press when we pressed on it. So I created the constructor for that, this dot title, this dot color, and this dot on pressed. So this on pressed for a button is always required to press, and here is the required. So what this class should return instead of the empty container, so the build method should return this. We have a padding and a padding edge in sets of symmetric vertical space or vertical padding. We have 16, and inside the child of the padding we have a material which has the evolution property of 5.0, and it has the color should be this color, and the border radius of the border radius circular of 30, and the child material button. Inside the button we have on pressed of this button we call the on pressed, and we give it a main width of 200 and the height 42.0, and the child text we give the title, and also we give it a style of color white. So what's this problem? It's because of this s. Let's remove it, and the error has gone. This is our button now. Whenever we want a button like this, we can call it. So let's go inside our sign in page, and after this text field that we added before, and we add our buttons also. After the text field I add a size box and then the button. The button, as we know, the button has the parameters title, color, on pressed. On the title, because we are inside our sign in page, I give it sign in. The colors I give it indigo, and on press of this button for now I did nothing. And let's also import our buttons from the component folder, and now the error has gone. So guys, let's create another button also. So I'm gonna copy paste it, and we have a size box also, and also another button, a sign up button. We are gonna give it the sign up for signing up or registration. So for now, on click of sign in, because we are in the sign in page, we don't need to do anything. But so for now, so on pressed of buttons, for now the sign in button have nothing, but we have the sign up page. So let's let's create the code for on pressed of sign up. When we click this sign up button, it should navigate to our corresponding page, which is sign in page.id. Why sign in has error? Because the end should come after the G, and also we have to import the sign up dot here. And now the error has gone, and now we can navigate to our sign up page, which has nothing for now except a container with amber color. Let's run our application if it works correctly by clicking our run. So let's wait for it. So guys, as you can see, we have problem because we have to wrap our center widget with a scaffold. So let's wrap it with a widget scaffold, and instead of child we can give it body. So let's wrap our column also inside a padding to have a padding from the edges. So by typing child padding, and let's give a bracket after the column and also a comma. So let's give the padding edge inset dot symmetric of horizontal of 24. So let's check it again. So guys, as you can see now we have our buttons here and our text field right there. So when we click inside one of our text field, we can type, and inside our password we can. Okay, there is also a problem that it is not curved actually. So let's go to, and here we put the 0, it will be 30, and let's save it again. And now you can see that that error also has gone, and now we have our circular text field. Enter the email, enter the password. When we type some email here, so as also we can type as some password, which is the of secure is equal to true. And when we click on sign in, so we cannot sign in for now. If we click on sign up, it should go to the sign up page. So let's click it. So now you can see that we are in sign up page, and we have the amber color inside our sign up page. So let's create our sign up page also. Let's go back and go for the sign up. Sign up also has one email and password, and also there should be a button to register. So it is the same as the sign in. Let's copy the code for the sign in to the sign up. From here, the scaffold till here, and let's copy that and paste it inside our sign up page. Now we have everything except the text. We have the string password and also the string email. Here is the email and password, and also let's import our constant. We don't need the sign in button here. We can remove it. We have to import our buttons also. In here we can type another register. So for now we remove this navigate. We will code here later. Let's save it. So let's go our sign up. Here is our sign up page by the text of the register. For now it is not working. We can go back again. So guys, here is our login page and also the sign up page for our chat app. Our UI is completed and our code is also structured very well. So thank you very much for watching till here, and if you have any question you can comment it below. If you like it, please thumbs up, and see you on the next video with our chat app. Hello everybody and welcome to this Flutter video tutorial. In this video we will talk about our chat series third episode. In this episode we are going to talk about how to add Firebase dependencies, how we can register a user to our app. So we are going to talk about the registration, how a user sign up and save their data into Firebase, Firestore, and we will talk about the login, how we can check the emails and password. If they are in our database, we will sign into our chat app. As you see on the screen, I brought some changes to our previous app. I add a Flutter logo at the top of our screen, as you can see. So guys, this is your assignment to add a logo at the top of your app in here. So you can pause the video and do this yourself. So let's start with our main dot. Before I'm going to start the coding, so if you are new in this channel, please subscribe our channel for not losing other videos. So as you can see in the main dot, I brought a little changes what I did when we are using the Firebase, so we have to initialize our Firebase. In the main function, I put this 2 line of code in here. As you can see, the first line, widget flutter building dot ensure initialize and the Firebase dot initialize, and also we use the async and await for this. So let's see our pubspec.yaml file for adding the dependencies to work with our Firebase, Firestore, and the email authentication. As you can see, inside the dependency, I add Firebase Core, Firebase Auth, and Cloud Firestore. And where we can find this dependency, let's go and find that. As you can see on the screen, you can go to the firebase.flutter.dev and you can find the plugins. As you can see here, we need the authentication for our email address and the Cloud Firestore for our messaging, and also the core, which is necessary for them. You can click here and this page will open. As you can see, you can click on this icon to copy this Firebase Auth package. Another way, as you know, you can go to install, and from here, from the dependency, you can copy this and go again inside your dependency and paste it. Next one is the Firestore. The same, you can click here and the page will open. You can copy this and paste it inside the dependencies. The last one is the core. You can click here and the page will open. You can copy this to your dependencies. As you can see, I copied 3 of them in the pubspec.yaml. After you paste them, you can click to the pub get to download or install all the dependencies. So after installing all the dependencies, if you have any issue, you can go to continue with your coding. As you can see, exit with 0, it means there is any issue. Next, we are going to open our Firebase console, which we created before. Inside this page, you can click to the authentication. So click on the sign in method. Which kind of sign in do you want to use? As you can see, we have a lots of sign in method that we can use it. So for now, we are going to use the email and password. It is disabled, so click here and enable it. When you enable, click to save and this will be enabled. And now you can register your user inside the user. So let's go back to the Android Studio. So let's start with our sign up page. As you can see, we have the email and the password and a register button. So before going to start, your assignment was this logo. How we can create this? You can create this inside the children of the column which they are into. You can put the Flutter logo and give it a size, and also you can separate them with a size box. So guys, let's start with our registration part when a user registers to our chat app. So first of all, when we are dealing with Firebase authentication, so we can create the instance of our Firebase auth here, final, and give it a name is equal to Firebase auth.instance. And also remember to import the package of Firebase auth. So as you remember these all codes, we have this register button. So let's go inside our register button. On click of this button, there is no code. When we click to this register, this email address and password should be registered. So on press of this register button, what we are going to do in this line, as you can see, we create a final new user and we use the auth which we created above here. When we are writing auth dot what we use, we can create user with email and password. So what parameters it takes an email and a password. We give it the email as our email which we created before here from our text field, and the password also from our password text field. So after that, we have to check if this new user is not equal to null. If it is not equal to null, then we have to navigate somewhere. We can navigate either to login page or any other page. So what is the async? As you know before, when we are dealing with data, we need to wait for the data from the internet. So we are using async and await for that. And also when we dealing with data from internet, we have to put a try catch if there will be any error and print the exception. So guys, this code should create our user. So let's go to our app and enter our email address. I'm going to enter ali@gmail.com and I'm going to give it a password of 123456. When I click to register, so it will come to the sign in page. So let's go inside our Firebase and refresh it. Now you can see that Ali@gmail is registered as a user. So now as many users we want, we can register from our app. And so let's go back to our Android Studio. Now we created the registration process. The assignment for you is to create the sign-in for our chat app to the sign-in page. So you can pause the video and do it yourself. So let's go inside our sign-in page. Inside the sign-in page, we also going to create the instance of our Firebase auth, as you can see here. And now we are going to inside this button. When we click this button, as you can see, we did the same code here, except there is a difference. You can see here, we just write the auth and dot. We use the sign in with email and password, and we give it the email and password from our text fields, and we check if the user is not null. It means we have the user inside the Firebase. So now we can navigate to our chat page. For now we didn't create that. So let's go and create our chat page and sign into our chat app. As you can see on the screen, you can right click on the pages and you can create a file chat page.dart. Inside the chat page, create a stateful widget class and name it chat page. And also give this line, because when we are going to use this chat app for navigation, we use the ID of this chat page. So what is inside the build method of our chat page? It returns a scaffold. Inside the scaffold, we have the app bar. As we know before that, we can give it a trailing and a leading and also an action. If you want to know more about the app bar, you can visit our videos on app bar, the suggestion at the top here. Inside the action, as you can see, there is an icon button. Icons dot log out. As you can see on the app also, there is an icon inside the app bar, and also there is a title chat page, as you can see here, and there is a background color. The color is indigo. So what is inside the body? There is a save area and a column widget. As we know, a column widget can have the main axis alignment. We can give it main axis alignment dot space between. And also, if you want to know more about the column, you can visit our videos about the column and row, as you can see the suggestion here. And also the cross axis alignment dot stretch. Inside the column we have children. Inside the children we use a container, which we decorate this container. As you can see, I use the constant, and let's see how I decorate it inside our constant file. So as you can see, here is the const I created before. Message container decoration, box decoration. What it has a border. What kind of border? Border top, border side color. Color is light blue. As you can see at the top of this, which is light blue, and the width of 2.0. And also we have another const which is for this send button. there is an style for this button, which is text style. The color is indigo, as you can see, and the font weight dot bold, and we have a font size of 18. So let's go back inside our chat app and continue. Here, as you can see, we use the decoration for this container, and inside this container we have a child row. So inside the row, as you can see, we have a cross-axis alignment dot center. Inside the child of the row, we have one expanded widget, which its child is a text field. So this text field has a controller property, which we give it message text controller. Where is this text message controller? If you come at the top, now you can see here is the final message text controller is equal to text editing controller, as you can see here. And also on change we have value, which we put it inside the text message. Again, where is the text message? At the top, as you can see, there is string message text, and this text field also has decoration, which we use the const and message text field decoration inside our const again. So here is the decoration for text field. So we have an input decoration, content padding, edge instead of symmetric. When we use vertical and horizontal, we use symmetric. It has the vertical of 10 and the horizontal of 20. And also it has a text hint of type your message here, as you can see on the screen. And also we have a border input of none. Next we have a button, which is text button. This button has only on pressed and a text which is send. And the style for this text, we use the send button text style. So now, as you can see, our chat page is ready to use. So let's go back inside our sign in page. On click of this sign in button, we are going to navigate to our chat page. Before using this chat page, we have to do one thing more in our main dot dot. So we have to register our chat page into our route map, which we created before. So don't forget this one, and go back to the sign in, and let's try our sign in method if we can sign in to our chat page. So guys, on the screen we registered this email address, as you can see here, and also the password. The email is ali@gmail.com and the password is 123456. So now let's click on sign in button. As you can see, we successfully navigate to our chat page. If you want to sign out, so you can click on this button. So for now there is no code for this button. Let's go inside our chat page and let's go inside our icon button, and we can use our underscore auth dot. You can use the simple sign out method here and put a semicolon at the end, and you are done. And after that, simply use navigator dot pop and give it the context. It will pop this page and navigate to the previous page. Let's save it, and now let's test it. As you can see, it just closed that page and sign out, and it come to the previous page, which is the login page. So guys, this is it for this video, and I hope you learned something from this video about the email authentication and login authentication to the Firebase Firestore. So we will continue our chat app in the next video. So guys, if you have any question, you can write it below at the comment section, and if you like it, you can thumbs up, and see you guys on the next video. Hello everybody, and welcome to this Flutter video tutorial. In this video we are going to save data to Firestore or add data to our Firestore. So as you know, we are working on our chat app, and this is the fourth video of this series. And if you are new in this series, So please watch other videos also, and don't forget to subscribe for other videos. So before starting, I brought some changes. As you can see on the screen, there is an icon inside the text field and also inside the password text field. How we can use icon inside our text field to show the email like this and the password with a lock icon. So what I did here, you can see that previously we used the const which we defined inside the constant. On the screen, as you can see, we have our mtext field decoration, input decoration. There was a hint that we can input string, and newly I added a prefix icon. What a prefix icon is, this is a property inside input decoration. Use the prefix icon and icon widget icon email. We can use this prefix icon inside our text field. So how you can use it? Now I'm going to inside the sign in page. As you can see, I put the name of our const here and put a dot copy with. What a dot copy with is, it take all the other property and we copy that and change the value inside whatever we want. So I use the copy with, I use the property text hint and give it a string as I want. And also I use the prefix icon. As you can see on the screen, I use my own icon, which is email. If you want to use any different icon, then you can change it. And also in other text field, in our password text field, the same process here. Copy with and change the hint property string and also the prefix icon icons dot lock. As you can see on the screen, there is a lock for the password. So guys, the assignment for you is go to sign up page and change this icon on the sign up page. So let's go sign up page, and as you can see, I changed them. How I did that? The same thing I used before for our login screen text fields, the same I used here. Copy with and change the hint text to email and the prefix icon, and the same for the password decoration text field decoration dot copy with the text hint property and the prefix icon property. In the previous lecture, we work on sign in, that we could sign in and go to the chat page. So I brought some changes to the chat page also. Let's sign in with this email address and password. Click to the sign in. As you can see, I changed the text button to the icon button. How I did this? Let's go and see. Here is the button we have here. Instead of text, I use icon button. It has on pressed and also icon property that we can give it an icon. I give an icon named send. As you can see, it appear on the screen. So now how we can save the message which we type here in the text field and click on this icon button and we save to the Firestore. So before doing anything, let's set up our Firestore for saving data in it. So as you can see, I open the console and now we are on authentication page, and also we registered our email. So this time we are going to use the Firestore. How we can use it? Let's click on that. So here is the Firestore. So in here we can click on create database. So we have two steps. Number one is the rule. Which rule do you want to use? We can use the start in protection mode or start in test mode. So now our data is not that much important. So we can use the test mode and click to the next, and we can select cloud Firestore location and click enable. So let's wait, setting up security rule. And so guys, here is our Firestore that we will use it. So before using it, let's go inside our chat app. Inside our chat app, first of all, we should know which user is logged. So how we can get the user? Let's create a method in here. So this is the method that we can get our user. I created a void get current user method and use a final user, name it user, and by the help of our auth.currentUser, we can get our user. Now how to check if the user is not null? If statement user is not equal to null, then create this variable to put the user inside. Let's create it here by typing user and give the name logged in user. Now as you can see, the error has gone. Now we have initialized our logged in user with our current user. If you want to use the UID or the email address .email or UID, we can get that. I just use print this email address that if you did it correctly. So next, let's go inside this button. When we click this button, what should happen? So when we are going to save this message to Firestore, we have to create the instance of Firestore. We are coming up in here, final underscore Firestore is equal to Firebase Firestore dot instance. So now let's use the Firestore inside on press of our icon button. So before going to save data to the Firestore, let me show you how the Firestore works. As you can see, we have a collection here. So what is our collection should be? We can add a collection like the collection ID. I'm gonna type it messages because we are gonna save messages and click next. In here we have the auto ID. What field my messages has? It has one email address, which is, we call it sender, and one text that it is the message. So the first one will be the sender is equal to, for now, the email address ali@gmail.com, and add another field, give it the text. The text can be hey. So let's click on auto ID, that it should take the auto ID, and click save. And now you can see that our Firestore store our data in this structure. As you can see, we have the collection and we have the document. Inside our document we have the fields. Our document is the auto ID which we gave, and what is our field is the sender and the text. So in the same format we can save our data into Firestore. So let's go inside our Android Studio and continue our coding. So now on press of our icon button, we can use the instance of Firestore dot. When we give dot, and we can use the collection. What collection takes? It takes our collection name, which we give it message. Make sure that your collection name and this collection name should be the same, and also the fields names, else you will got error. So let's continue by giving our messages, and what our messages has dot, we can use the add. So when we are gonna add something, we use add. What add takes, it takes a map of a string type and also a key of dynamic. So let's use it. So I'm using the curly bracket here and giving the semicolon at the end. We can put our first key by the name of sender. The sender will be our email address who logins, the person who's login. So the email should be inside our logged in user. So we can use it here. Logged in user. And the next one will be the key text. What the text should be, so surely we can say that our text field, which is here, we can give it the value of our text field here, which is message text. So now it is done. So now this code should save our data from this text field to our Firestore. So let's test it by typing something inside our text field. So I entered hello everyone, and let's click on this send button. So when I click this, I got an error called getter email was called on null. Actually, we have to initialize init state and call this get method inside to initialize the email inside our logged in user. So first I'm gonna call init state and then call the get current user. After that I'm gonna save it. So guys, let's rerun our app. Now I am gonna log in with my email address and giving the password 123456, and sign in. And now we are on our chat app, and also we have printed the email which is logged in, so it means it is working perfect. And now let's try our message, if it could save the message inside our file store. Hello everyone, and let's click to the send button. Now we cannot see anything here. Let's go to the Firebase Fire Store and let's refresh it. We expect our data. Now as you can see, we have two keys. When I click to the first one, which is our message with hello everyone, so it means we correctly did everything and we save our message to the Firebase Fire Store. Let's go back and let's log out it and log in with another user. So we don't have any other user. Let's sign up. In here I'm gonna type abc@gmail.com and 123456 is the password, and let's register. Now our email is registered, abc, and the password 123456, and sign in. And now we sign in with abc email address, and now let's type a message, hello guys, and let's click on save again, send again, and go back inside the first store. And now we can see that we have our message here. So as you can see that we have the email address, which is abc@gmail.com, and our message, hello guys. It means that we have correctly did everything, and we saved the data or our messages to the Firebase Fire Store. I use one thing more in our project. I add this model progress HUD. What this model progress HUD does for us, as you can see on the demo here, it is actually creating for us the circular progress bar here, that when we click login or register, we have to wait for a second. On that time, the circular progress bar is showing itself. How we can use it? So let's go and implement that. You can copy this from here and go back to the Android Studio, go to the pubspec.yaml file and paste it right here, and click to the pub.get to install the package. After you install, where we use that in our sign in when we are going to sign in. So when we click on sign in button, till that time, when the Firebase check our data if it is correct, on that time the progress HUD will show. So what I did, I wrap all the center with a model progress HUD. What property it has? It has a required property in sync call. We can give it a boolean type variable. So I created this variable show indicator in here. Bool show indicator is equal to false. So by default it is false. In the child center of this progress HUD, let's go inside our sign in button. When we click sign in, I add the show indicator and initialize with true value. As you know, the Flutter is reactive, so I used the show indicator inside the set stat. So when we press this button, it will show the progress bar, and after that, when we are authenticated, then somewhere it should be again false, and again I use the set stat and put the show indicator is equal to false. So as you can see, it is added after this process will done, and then it will be false. So let's see how it works. I'm going to sign out from here, and when I click on this sign in button, now we should see the progress bar here, and now you can see that this is the progress HUD which is showed, and after when we came to the chat page, then it will get the value false and disappeared. So don't forget to use it for the registration also, and this is your assignment. And now if you did it, let's see how we did on the sign up or registration page. In here also we wrap our center widget in the body with the model progress HUD and give it the required property of InSync call and give the same show indicator which is defined here as a boolean. In the child of this progress HUD, we give the center widget, and when we click to the register button from here, this is the register button, then it will start showing, and again we use the set state. After the registration is complete, then again I make it is equal to false inside the set state. So this is it. So guys, now you know how to save data to the Firebase Firestore. Also we learn the progress HUD, and also as you can see that we learn about how to bring these icons inside our text field. So guys, thank you for watching till here, and also don't forget next video, it will be a very helpful video because this process of saving data into Firebase was the method that we didn't use in the future, but there is an efficient way of saving data and retrieving back our messages to share it for the user. I will see you guys on the next video.